And would you say, Mr. Durocher, the best player you ever saw was Willie Mays? You always
by far.
Now, what the hell made Mays so great? What was it about?
It's God-given. There's only 5 things you can do to be great.
Yes.
And that's hit with power.
Yes.
Run, field, and throw.
That's it.
That's God-given. Mays had it all. You only had to look at Mays, and he knew if he made a mistake. You never hollered at Mays. You never raised your voice at him. You just look at him and smile and say, "Come on, Willie. You know, you're the greatest player in the country.
Sure.
How could you make a mistake like that?" And his chest is puffed out, and he's the best player I ever laid eyes on. He did it all. He carried us on his back one year.
Yes.
The year we won the pennant, in 51, also in 54. He carried us on his back for 6, 7 weeks, all by himself.
He was a phenomenal athlete, wasn't he?
Oh, could do it all.
And what a physique on him. I remember seeing him. Beautiful build, Mr. Durocher. He was...
Poor fella had from his waist up, was built like a heavyweight.
Yes, he was.
And his waistline was 33.
He looked like a bodybuilder. He was in...
Well, yeah, you know, where do you ever find one like this?
Beautiful, beautiful.
First time I saw him, I said to Mr. Stoneham, he sent me down to Birmingham, Alabama to look at a first baseman. You might remember the name, maybe not, but it'll bring back George Crowe.
Very well, yes.
C-R-O-W-E. And I called Mr. Rickey back. I said, "I don't know about Mr. Crowe that you sent me down here, but there's a guy down here that's playing with no shoes. That can play better with his eyes closed than anybody I've ever looked at." And he said, "Sign him." I said, "Not me. I don't want to be responsible for losing him." I said, "Come down and send Hubble, Carl Hubble, down here with a station wagon full of dollar bills. And he'll think he's getting $1 million. And that's what he cost us, $10,000. We had to buy his contract, and we gave him a Chevrolet convertible.
Yes.
Best player I ever saw.
And look at how many players you would have known. That's quite a statement coming from you.
And he played, the funny part of it, he played all the exhibition games and played every game in the regular season. Today, they play 130.
Yes.
Out of 162, and they're all getting $2 and $3 million and more, and they're not worth $8. I wouldn't have them on the club, and Mays never opened his mouth.
No.
Went along about his business, kept raising him. I said, "You're going to make a lot of..." In those days, he made good money.
Yes.
He made $165,000.
That was good money then, wasn't it?
Oh, in those days.
Boy. Today he'd make $5 million.
Oh, well, you couldn't have him today because you'd have to make him a partner.
Yeah.
He'd have to own half the club.
Yes, he would. He was that good, wasn't he?
Yeah, fellas like Mickey Mantle, Hank Aaron, Ted Williams, Stan Musial, players of that caliber, you couldn't sign them today.
No, you couldn't.
No, how could you pay them?
You really couldn't.
You couldn't pay those fellas, and I'm talking about in their prime.
Yes, yes.
You couldn't pay them.